One thing we've learned in doing this for so many years is how to pivot.
Yep.
We had scheduled to talk about some information that folks have sent us about their local clubs, and we still intend to do that, but it's not going to happen until December now because our good friends and sponsors at KITMASX have got some news to tell us, and we thought we'd rather have Kevin on.
And it's good news.
To tell us all about that. Is good news. Kevin, how are you doing?
I am doing excellent. How are you guys doing?
Man, we're fantastic. With this news is going to help some people out, I think.
That's right.
There's a lot more happy people than there were a month ago.
Oh, yeah. That's very good. Well, let's quit being so vague about it. Why don't you start off by telling us the big change?
Well, since the tariffs went into effect, we had to pause shipping because we had really no way to work around it. It was almost impossible. Canada Post really didn't help us out. They sort of got everybody to use a third-party app, which is super expensive, not helpful, and just terrible.
That's 3 good reasons to not do it that way.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that the super efficient Canada Post wasn't on top of something 110%?
Canada Post is not on top of anything. They have lost so much money. It's ridiculous.
Mike and I have many Canadian friends, and not a single one says anything nice about Canada Post.
No, I don't know how a company can be run the way they're run and just get anything done.
Well, I'm glad you solved the problem.
Yeah, Janelle spent so much time looking into different shipping options. We tried some different apps. We tried different services. Nothing worked. But we finally found it's not really a workaround. It's just we have to use a couple different services to get stuff down across the border.
Great.
So a lot of the problem, we had a lot of people, not a lot of people, I shouldn't say that. We had a couple people complain about us not giving others the option to send the stuff to Canada. We had a couple people that were concerned that it was a political statement that we weren't shipping to the U.S., which was absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
It was just hard to get everything lined up because I don't think anybody still really knows what the actual guidelines are.
I can absolutely tell you that is correct. That this whole stuff has been done on the fly and with very little advanced planning, and therefore nobody knows what, for 100% sure, what the rules are.
No. And as a business, you can't operate that way.
Exactly. That's the big problem.
Yeah. And we heard horror stories. We went to UPS to try to do some stuff, and they were telling us the similar issues that some of their customers were having. And it was just like, we can't do that.
Well, if you know what the rules are in advance and have enough notice, and the rules are going to be set, any business can work the problem and figure out what the new process is.
Absolutely.
When it all just drops on you and it creates this kind of hiccup, and thank God you've got Janelle who's willing to put in the time and make the effort to try and figure out the answer to the problem.
She did a lot of work. There wasn't a day that went by where she wasn't looking for some kind of solution, fielding questions from people, assuring them that, we're not trying to make a statement. We want to do business with everybody. We don't care about politics. We just care about other modelers, and we want to be able to supply them with what they want.
You all supply a really good product, and you want to sell it to anybody, no matter what location they're in.
Oh yeah, I don't care what anybody's politics are. That's their business. That's none of my business.
Well, I am so glad that you all have figured out a solution. And so when exactly is the date where you're going to be shipping to the U.S.?
We started about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. Yeah, so I'm not sure when this episode drops, but I would say by the time this episode drops, we'll have been shipping for about a couple weeks.
Okay, well, that's great news.
Yeah. So far, no issues so far. Everybody's got what they paid for, and we haven't had any surprises on our end.
Great. That's all good news, because whenever you're doing something new like this, you're always worried that there's going to be something that comes up on the back end that you didn't know about, the customer didn't know about, and the last thing you want to do is leave them a bad taste.
We can't handle any surprises, and we certainly don't want anybody that comes to our store to have any kind of surprise on the back end as well. I mean,
Sure.
It's not cool if you guys have to pay an extra fee.
Right.
That's not.
Well, if you do have to pay something, it's better to know ahead of time and get that over with up front. So
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, along those lines, what does that mean? How is you ordering from your website as you would normal, and it just all works itself out?
Yep, just plug in your cart information and whatever, and it does the duties and figures it all out automatically, and then you just pay it. And we haven't had any reports of anybody having to pay extra yet, so
good. That's
seems
good.
we got that sort of hopefully dialed in.
We're glad to hear it, because it just seems like when we got this sponsorship thing off the ground that the rug got pulled out from under us with this. And, you know, we've talked amongst ourselves, you, Janelle, and I, and Dave, about what's going on, how to handle it. We didn't know for the longest time. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happened to see if you guys are going to be able to resume shipment back to the United States at some point. We hoped you would, and knew you probably would at some point. We just, was it going to be 4 weeks or 4 years, right? We just didn't know. So glad this has produced a solution here for you. And I'm sure the American customers of yours are glad to be able to get your stuff again, because it sure is good stuff.
Yeah. Judging by the response we've had in the last couple of weeks, I think everybody's happy. We're almost right back where we left off.
That's fantastic.
And if you have capacity, hopefully you'll exceed that soon.
Yeah.
I know you can get busy.
Yeah, I did have a chance to get caught up on some stuff. Janelle didn't. I mean, all that just put her way further behind.
We know who's actually the brains behind the outfit. We're not under any illusion.
It's certainly not me.
Kevin, can you answer the important question for Mike and I?
Yes.
Are you going to be at HeritageCon this year?
Oh, I am so looking forward to that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No,
that is fantastic news. That is great.
I have been cutting sets. We're going to be completely stocked when we go up there.
Great.
We're going to have everything we're going to bring with us. We might even have to ship it out there before we fly. It might be too much stuff to take on the plane.
Sure.
And then,
well, and Canada Post will get it there right on time, and
of course, of course, yeah. We're also going to be bringing all our one-man army products with us as well. So
that's fantastic. I love their stuff.
Hey, that stuff is absolutely amazing. You hear about it, you see it, but once you actually have it in your hand and check out the detail, it's mind-boggling.
Yep, it really is.
Yeah, that's some news too. Now for Canada, you guys are the go-to for that, right?
Yes, we are the exclusive dealer for one-man army products in Canada. So when he gets new releases, we are the only ones that will have them available in our Shopify store.
That's great.
Yeah. There might be some other stock in other stores, but like I said, they won't be able to get the new products.
All right. It's HeritageCon, shipping to the U.S. again. It's all sounding good, Kevin.
We're excited. We're trying to expand. It's coming slowly, but we're working on it.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm happy to hear this news from you, and I'm even happier to know that you and more importantly, Janelle is going to be at HeritageCon.
Yes, we're definitely going to be there this year. We're going to have a friend that's been helping us out too, Martin Chartrand. And he's going to be manning the tables with us this year. So that's going to be a lot nicer for people if they have questions or need help with something.
Let you catch a breather every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping I don't have enough time to catch a breather, but I wouldn't mind getting to walk around and looking at all the builds.
In celebration of this announcement with the return of shipment to the United States, I think you and Janelle had a surprise for the listeners, maybe?
We do. We We have a sale going on all month through December for everybody.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, we didn't want to do the typical Black Friday thing because everybody sort of scrambles to do stuff. So we decided, let's do a sale all month of December. People can take their time. They don't have to panic about, I'm going to miss the sale or not. And so we're doing that all month of December. And for the listeners, your guys' listeners, when you hear about this, use the code Mojo30 and you'll get a 30% discount off of your order. And
oh, wow.
We're doing that to try to offset the amount of tariffs you guys have to pay.
Well, that is fantastic. That's a good discount.
We don't want you guys to suffer and not be able to get our products. So that's what we're doing for Plastic Model Mojo listeners.
Well, thank you very much.
How long will the discount code be active?
All through December.
Oh, okay. Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Speaking of which, go on the dojo and post that on the dojo as well, so that people can start taking advantage of that right away.
Absolutely, yeah. You guys need a break. Everybody needs a break with all the pricing around here.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, we're again glad you could get that worked out, and sure looking forward to your product being available again. And Dave and I at Plastic Model Mojo sure appreciate the support you and Janelle have given us, and our listeners appreciate this discount code. And we look forward to watching your business grow. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, it'll be a pleasure to talk to you again, and that'll probably be in March.
Probably will be.
Please give our regards to Janelle.
Oh, absolutely.